And now we have a fog puzzle from the Quads on Parade pack called Ana ugglor I mossen by rockratzero. I do not know what that translates into. I tried to run it through Translator and it didn't come up to something that made sense. So I'm not going to try and say what it means. Of course, I'm recording these all out of sequence. I'm not sure where this is going to drop into the pack, but we will find out after I've solved it. So we have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have quadruple circles. So digits in a quadruple circle must be placed in at least one of the 4 cells touching that circle. So for example, there is a circle intersecting these 4 cells, and we know that 3 and 4 must appear at least once in these 4 cells. Then we've got German whispers. Adjacent digits along a green line must have a difference of at least 5. So we can see this green line goes into this cell. We'll get to the reason why you can't see all of it in a minute. And the 2 digits in these 2 cells must have a difference of at least 5, because the reason you can't see it all is the grid is covered in fog. Some cells are covered with fog. Placing correct digits in the grid will lift the fog around that digit, potentially revealing more clues. So if you were to place a correct digit in that cell, then all of the fog will be cleared from here and we'll be able to see the clues that are under the fog. The point of this is not to just put all of the digits 1 through 9 in until the fog is cleared. The point is to deduce correctly what digits go in cell so that the fog is lifted. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So, a couple of things we know is, first of all, let's mark up some German whispers. We can see that goes into there, 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 and that goes into there. The reason this matters is because there's important stuff about German whisper clues. First of all, you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line. And the reason for that is, if we had a German whisper line and we would put a 5 into this cell, and I know it's hard to see, but there is a 5 there. Let me see if I can put outlines on elements back on. Yeah. If there's a 5 here, then what could go next to it? Because you need a difference of at least 5. So you need to add or subtract 5. If we subtract 5, the cell next to it would need to be 0 or less. If you add 5, it would need to be 10 or higher. So you can never put 5 on a line. So every digit is going to be either below 5 or above 5. Now, if it's below 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can never put another digit that is below 5 next to it. The maximum difference is 3. So the digit that is next to it would need to be 6, 7, 8, 9. But you can never put 2 digits above 5 next to each other. The maximum difference is 3. So any digit that is below 5 goes next to a digit that is above 5, and any digit that is above 5 goes next to a digit that is below 5. So as you move along these lines, you're always going to alternate. But what matters first is you can never put a 5 on a German whisper cell. We need to put a 5 into one of those 4, and all of those are German whispers. So this becomes a 5. Okay. So we can remove the line from here, get rid of them when it's not needed, but we know that there's a line in here, which is kind of blocking my 1, 4. So I'm going to remove it. So we know that these are 1, 7, and 9, but we know that this is alternating along the line, so that these two have to have the same high-low, because it goes here to here to here to here. So these are either both low or both high. If they were both low, they'd both be 1. So I'm going to colour them. These are both high digits. This is a low digit. This is a low digit. So these are the 7, 9. This is the 1. And we know that is a low digit. I am actually going to get rid of these lines. I don't think I do need it for that. But that is a low digit. Now, we need to put a 1 in one of these 2, and we need to put a 9 in one of these 2, because we do need to put a 1 and a 9 around here. We also need to put a 1 around here. Can I do anything with that? Not sure. A 4 has to, well, hang on. Right, I can do something with that. This line does go down here, but I need to put a 4 somewhere in here. But in order to put a 4 around on a German whisper line, it can only go next to a 9. If I put a 4 here, this would have to be a 9, but the 9 in the box is in here. 4 here would need both of those to be 9, and a 4 here would need this to be a 9. So I can't put 4 in any of those, and that becomes a 4, which is very cool. Now, in here, these are 1, 6, and 7. These are the same high-low, so those both become high and this becomes low. This becomes the 1 and this becomes the 6, 7. There you go. I need to put a 3 around here. Not sure what to do with that yet. Now, there is a 7 in one of those two. Ah, the 6, 7 makes that the 9 and that the 7. This now has to be a 1 or a 2, which is all that can go next to a 7, and that sees a 1, so that's a 2. There is a 9. This is a 7-9 pair, because there's a 7 and a 9 looking down saying it can't be there. So this is a 7-9 pair. Now, 4 on here. If this is a 4, this would have to be a 9. This can't be a 4 because both of those would have to be a 9. If this is a 4, this would be a 9. So 4 is in one of those two around this quadruple. I know it's pencil marking across boxes and I'm not a fan of it, but it is true. If this was a high digit, if these were high digits, so if these were both high, they would have to be 6 and 8 because they couldn't be 7 and 9, and these are the same high-low. So this would be 6, this would be 8, this would be 4, this would be 3, and that does work, I think. 6, 8, 1, 4, 3, I think does work for everything. 2 is in one of those two cells. 3, this becomes 3, 9 because I have to put 3 around this quadruple. And with 3 being around this quadruple, I can't put 3 in either of those. This is a 3, 9 pair. And with this being a 3, 9, this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, no, not 2, 5, 2, 8. So this is 2 and 8. Okay. This is stepping up in difficulty a little. This is stepping up. Well, hang on. The 3 here means there's no 3 in either of those. 3 is in one of these two, so these are both low digits. So these are both high digits. If this is 3, this is an 8 and this is a 9. That seems to work. If this is a 3, this is an 8 or a 9. So one of these is a 3, so this has to be an 8 or a 9. But this could be 3, 4, and this could be a 1. But one of these is a 3, and 3 can only go next to 8 or 9. So this has to be an 8 or a 9. These are from 2, 3, 4. I can't put a 1 here because of the 1 on this quadruple. So this can't be a 6. So this is from 7, 8, 9. It's not 9, it's 7 or 8. So, well, this could never be a 4. So this is 7 or 8. Sorry. There has to be a high digit on this. It can't be 6. So it's 7, 8, or 9. This is low, by the way. Three being in here, does that do anything? If this is 8, 7, this is 2, and this becomes 3, 4. If this is 8, 9, that could be 4, 3, and that could be anything. I don't follow. These are both high. Oh, the 7, 9 makes that the 3 and that the 9, because these are both high. This is low, this is high, and there is a 4 in one of those two cells. That is a weird clue. There's a 4 in one of those two cells. Oh, and this is 1, 6. So there's no 4 there. That's the 4. This is, well, there's a 5 in one of those. There's a 3 in one of those. And there's an 8 somewhere. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. 8, 9. That's a 7, which puts 7 over here somewhere. Oh, this 2. That's a 3. That's not a 3. So this is an 8 and a 9. How long has that been there? I get the feeling that's been there a very long time and I was just being obtuse. It happens. 6 and 9. So 9 is in one of those two. I'm not sure about the 6 though. But these are now 4 and 6. Well, that can't be the 6. So that's the 4 and that's the 6. 4 is now in one of those two because I need to put 4 around this quadruple and it can't be in those two. So 4 is in one of those two. 6 is a high digit. There needs to be a 7 around here somewhere, which makes that a 7 because I need to put 7 here. So I can't put 7 in any of those, can't put 7 in any of those or in any of those. That's a 7, which is a high digit. These are known. These are 2 and 4, which are both low digits. There you go. So 5 is in one of those two. In fact, these are 2, 5, 8. Well, there's no 2 there. So this is 2, 5. And this is the 8. That's cool, because there needs to be a 5 around this. I couldn't put an 8 down here because of this quadruple, because this has 6, 8, and 9 around it. 6 has to be in one of those two. This has to have, this is 6, 1, because I need to have a high digit on the line, and 7, 8, 9 is not available. This is 1, 6, so these are 4 and 5. Which means that's not the 5, that's the 5. And these are 2, 3, and 8. There's no 3 there, there's no 2 there. Not sure about an 8 though. Oh, this 1 makes this the 6 and this the 1. So we've got high digit, low digit, low digit. So this is 2 or 8 for the column. There is a 9 on this, because this is a 2-cell whisper line, but it can't have 7, 8, or 6 on it. So there is a 9 on one of those two. There's a 7 on this. So it must have a 1 on it. Because if I put a 7 here, this would have to be a 1, because it can't have a 2 on it. So I can't put 7 here. 7 here would make this 1, because it can't have a 2 on it. So the 7 is in one of those two, making that the 6 and that the 7. That's brilliant. But 7 could go here, or if 7 can't go here. If 7 is here, this would have to be 1 or 2, and 1 and 2 is not available. That's not the 7, that's the 7. That's brilliant. Which is a high digit. That means this is not a 7. Now, these are the same polarity. So they're either 1, 3 or 8, 9. So it's either 1, 3 or 8, 9. Not sure. 4 is down here somewhere. 4 is in one of those two, which means that's the 2 and that's the 4. 7 is now here somewhere, so that's the 7. No, not both of them. Why did it select both of them? So that's the 7. This is 3, 6, 8, 9. So this is a 1. So this is a high digit, this is a low digit. And the reason is I couldn't put 1 in any of those cells or any of those. So this becomes a 1, which makes that 6, which is high. This is 1, which is low. The 6 takes 6 out of there. This is now the 6, which is high. These are 3, 8, and 9. There's no 9 there. Okay. This can't be an 8, 9 anymore. These are the same because remember the alternating polarity? If this was 8, 9, those would both be 3. So these are 1, 3, which means there's no 3 in either of those. That's the 8, 9, 3. These are both high and this is low. The 1, 3 here is resolved with a 3 and a 1. So these are both low. And this has to be an 8 or a 9 to be next to a 3, which is a high digit. There is a 5 in one of those two. So these are 5, 8, 9. The 2 is making that the 5 and that the 2, 2 being a low digit. This is a lot of fun. There's a 7, but it can't be in either of those two or that one. That's a 7, which is a high digit. So this is a 1 or a 2, which is a low digit. The 7 makes that the 9 and that the 7. What's that? What is that? I'm assuming it's just a cosmetic affectation. Actually, when I did do the translation, it was something about owls. So I'm assuming that's the owl that's in the title. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know what it means, but I'll take it. So this is high, and this is high. So this is a 6 because 7, 8, and 9 were all seen. So this is the 1. Actually, what I should be doing, because I could, is get rid of all of that terrible colour line. This is high, which is not 6. It's really, pardon me, this is a 7 because it sees 6, 8, and 9. Sorry, for people who've been following the channel, this is the period of time where BremSter is recovering from a viral infection. These are 2 and 5. But I can't put 5 on a whisper line. This is the 2, this is the 5, 2 being a low digit. So this can't be the 4. This is the 4, which is a low digit. 2 goes next to 7, 8, or 9, and it's not 7. So this is a high digit, which is 8 or 9. So this is the 1 in the column, which is a low digit. Still don't know what goes on this. This line, maybe? I've got to put a 3 in here somewhere. These are 3, 6, 8, and 9. Well, there's no 6 there. So 6 is in one of those two. These are 2, 4, and 5. There's no 4 there. No. There is a 5 down here, but not there. This is a triple. 3, 5, 6. There's no 6 there, there's no 5 there. So these are 1, 2, not 3, 4, not 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, and 8. There's no 1 in either of those. That's the 1. That's useful, I think. Maybe. Now, if this is a 4, that's a 9, which it could be. An 8, a 2. If this is an 8, this would be a 3. There's something going on here which I'm not following. These are either a 3, 4, which would make that a 9. These are either 3, 4 if they're low. So this would be 3, this would be 4. This can never be a 4. If this is a 4, these are both low, and this would also have to be a 4. So this is never a 4. That's a 2-8 pair. That's a 4. That's very, very cool. 2-8 pair takes 8 out of there. Can I put 4 on this line? That would be a 9. I'm not sure, you know. I'm assuming I don't need to interpret what that is in order to solve the puzzle. If this is 3, 4, 9, that's if these are low. If they're high, I can't put a 6 on them. So they're 8, 9, and they'd be 8, 9, and this would be 3. So these are the only possibilities. Either way, there was a 3 on this. Either way, there was a 9 on this. So 1, 2, can't be 3, can be 4, can be 5, or 4, 5, can be 6. In fact, must contain a 6. And that's not the 6, that's the 6, which is a high digit. So can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, could be 4, could be 5, can't be 6, can't be 7, could be 8. So this is 4, 5, 8. This is 5 or 8 only. Because it can't be 4 because of that. Four is in one of those two. It's got to be this, doesn't it? What am I missing? Two, 9, 3, 4. Or 8, 3, 8, 9. 3, 3, 5, 2, 8. That all seems to be fine. So is it this? It's either 4, 9, 3, 9, or 2, 9. Except 2 isn't on this. So 2 is down here. So this is either 3, 9, or 4, 9. 2 is absolutely on here. But I don't... That's a 2, 5, 8, 9. Where's 3 in this row? That can't be a 3. Oh, right, it was the 3s. Where's 3 in this row? The 3 here means that's the 3, that's the 9. That's what's done it. The 3, 9 says that's an 8, that's a 9, that's a 3, which means that's an 8, that's an 8, that's a 9, and now I've done all of the high-low. That makes that 2, which makes that 8, that 3, that 2. The 8 makes that 5, which makes that 2 and that 4. The 2 makes that 8 and that 2. The 8 and the 5 make that 9. The 8 and the 9 make that 5. The 5 looks like making that 4 and that 5. These are 2, 4, and 5. The 4 and the 5 in that row makes that 2. This is a 4, 5. The 4 makes that the 5 and that the 4. There's no 8 or 9 there. This is 3 or 6. There's no 9 or 3 there. This is 6 or 8. The 5 takes 5 out of there. The 3 makes that 6, 3, which makes that 6, 8. And the something 9 makes that 3, which makes that 5. There you go. That was really good. How do I rate this one? I think this is an easy hike. I think the deduction down here was quite tricky. I think I put this as a low hike, because there's some really tricky deductions in order to make this work. I think it's like a hike 1, probably a hike 1. Yeah, really nice puzzle though. Beautiful. Thank you, rockratzero. Really appreciate it. It could be that I'm just out of practice. It might have been, maybe it should be a walk, and I'm sure people will complain if I make it too hard. But yeah, very, very nice. Thanks, rockratzero. Hope you're enjoying the pack. And as always, good luck with your solving.